Hi, you guys. I'm mad. I'm really, really mad. This case has me by the second more and more angry. So hi everyone. It's just me tonight. And maybe Kate's gonna roll up. Maybe. Let me say hi to everyone though. Thank you for being here, you guys. I really appreciate it. And do you like the 90s look we got going on? The bangs and the glasses and we went back to the 90s today. That is the only thing. Hey, there's Kate. That's the only thing that has pleased me today. I'm so angry. Hi, Wolfie. Thank you for being here. Oh, you beautiful wolf. And 5, 6, 7, 8. It's so nice to see you. It is so nice to see you guys. Let me start at the top. I'm sorry. Hi, K-Braze, me, Butterfly Kisses. I owe you a message. I'm so sorry. I'm a little bit behind. Deborah, thank you for being here. Holy, my girl, and Nay. I love you, Nay. Thank you for being here. Blissful. I'm grateful for you came over again. And I didn't know that you were, I didn't even know that you knew who we were. So I was very surprised and very touched. Oh, there you are. I'm bringing you up. Oh, no, I'm not.
Hey.
There she is. Hi, gorgeous.
Sure.
Oh, Butterfly Kisses. Don't be emotional. We're going to have a good night. This is a tough case. And we are minute by minute getting information from all over the place. And we never reveal sources, but Kate's going to do more talking on some things than I am. We're going to show you the video of the house. Even though even just saying that, like the hair stands up on my arms.
It's terrible.
It is.
I couldn't stop thinking about it all yesterday. I was so disgusted.
I know. I'm obsessed with the grossness. And not of just the house, but I'm more angry at law enforcement and their lack of whatever the hell it is they're doing. And what
I'm furious with law enforcement and how he treated Ivy's dad. Like, he had such an attitude and was like, well, what do you expect from this, or what do you think you'll get out of this? Like, excuse me,
your job.
Yeah, like answers. What do you like? What if there's other victims? What
perpetrators?
If they shared photos on the internet? Like, why aren't you guys looking into this? And apparently now, OSBI has taken charge of the investigation and taking it over. So we can only hope that they are going to turn this place into a crime scene and not let anybody touch it.
I'm really glad. I I don't even know what to say. Like, I have so many questions. First of all, is why are they allowed? And God bless these families. Like, first of all, there'll be no victim shaming here. None. We will not be discussing Holly and opinions. Holly is a victim. So let me, I've heard some things and I've seen some things on the video, some comments made. I won't stand for it. I will not stand for it. Holly is a victim and we don't know of what. We have no idea the extent of what this family has gone through. I will tell you that I was super freaking naive when this came out. And also, I guess I'm admitting this and I'm vibrating. I'm shaking. I'm so mad. I had hoped, since everyone was found clothed, I'll just leave it at that. I think you know where I'm going with it. I had hoped. But seeing the inside of that house has made me sick.
Yeah.
Why were the families allowed in that house before the investigation was over? Before the investigation even began?
They weren't even investigating.
Mm-mm.
They weren't even investigating. They weren't even going to take the stuff until, well, the family told them to take it. And then they came, took pictures, and they didn't even take it. They didn't even take the phones. They didn't leave with them. And I guess
2 phones, 2 iPads, computers, all of the DNA, all of that. Like, we don't know if they had some kind of ring going on where other people are involved, because that's a whole story now too. Holly just wanted to be loved and picked the wrong guy. I know. And Holly's a beautiful woman and her children are beautiful and they shall be remembered as victims here. We don't know what kind of hold he had over the victims. We don't know. My last comment was not from me. It was from the video saying we'd never. Yeah, I know. I got you, K-Braze. I saw that. I got you. So before we get into it, Kate, how was your day? Tell us about your day first. Let's start with something positive and roll into it.
Fishing. Me and hubby went fishing. Caught a fish.
Did you catch it?
I did. I caught one. He caught a couple. I caught one.
Your pink pole. That is so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. So let's just retreat for 1 second. We'll discuss what we know and bring you guys up to date. In case you don't know the story, we're talking about the family in Oklahoma where 6 people, because there's 6 victims and 1 horrible perpetrator that is a coward, that took his own life after he killed children. After he did terrible things to the wife and the children. We now know more information about Riley. These kids, I had hoped, I'd really, really hoped beyond hope that they were not abused, that by some grace of God, I don't know. They weren't. They were all victimized. It's horrible. I'm going to show the video of inside the house. There's a couple different videos and we're going to show them, but I want you guys to know that major trigger warnings here. I'm not going to monetize this video because of the nature of what we're talking about. The things that could potentially be shown on the screen are not, we're not, it's not okay. I'm really angry at law enforcement I'm passionate for each family and each member of the family, and working with them to help whatever we can do to help them. I don't even know what we can do, but if it's saying their names, which we're going to do right now, I'm going to tell you that Holly Guess, 35 years old, her 3 kids, Tiffany Guess, Michael James, Mayo, Riley Allen, were all murdered, along with Tiffany's best friends, Brittany Brewer and Ivy Webster. They were murdered by Jesse McFadden. And saying his name is like the most vile thing to me. I keep coming up with horrible names for him because he's just so disgusting. But let me roll this video. Please know, like I said a million times over, and let me, I don't think I have a trigger warning banner, do I? I don't, but let me create one really quick. This is rough stuff you're going to hear and see. Also, what we're going to do is we are going to be very compassionate towards the parents of these girls who went in to see what happened to their kids, to see what happened to their girls, and instead wound up finding half the evidence for this case. So let me, Kate, I'm going to play this. It's about 5 minutes long.
Okay.
And y'all have been warned. And if you don't want to see inside this house, please feel free to click off. Yeah, you're not going to offend me. So we'll do this one first. Hang on, let me share. God almighty. Is this the one? Yeah. All right, News Nation. Hopefully you'll work with me here. I don't want closed captioning on.
I just want to give you this warning. They're about to take you on a tour through this home, and it is very, very uncomfortable, but you will learn a lot about this Jesse McFadden and what he may have done before killing those kids and his wife. Take a look.
The phone or phone case with like the scream ghost face on the back.
Okay. Oh, good grief. Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to get, let me, oh, technical difficulties? Welcome to Decipher. Let me take off all the comments and Kate and myself so that you can see the video. Take 2. Let's try that again.
The phone or phone case with like the scream ghost face on the back. Okay. I don't know.
There's a phone.
No, I don't care about the vote. Yeah, those are Tiffany's skates.
Tiffany's bad print is the cow print.
And the cow slippers over here. Smells. Inner witch. Oh my God.
What?
On the floor over there.
This is a huge. I see this.
Do you remember when they said that they were making Riley sleep on their bedroom floor? Where was she sleeping at? There is no room on that floor. And then here, come over here and you know what's the.
Give me something to grab.
Take pictures.
It's on video.
That's them.
It's on.
Hey, that's them.
Okay.
Use this sack. Empty lock there.
No, those
No,
locks.
that's evidence too.
So is those
You
drugs.
just want those.
Is
That's
that
it.
hers?
Yep. Okay. Hold on.
Call the sheriff.
Yep.
Don't touch them. Don't move them.
Yep. Let's back out.
That's good.
Okay. I'm
Call the
calling.
chief.
I'm calling.
Smokey.
Are you done looking?
No.
No. I'm not done looking, but that's evidence.
Okay.
He used our daughter's cell phone.
And whatever's behind that.
Yep. Okay.
And they're not concerned about looking anywhere else. This house needs to be stripped. Oh my God. Okay. Do me a favor.
It's coming. So don't touch anything.
No, that's what I was telling you.
But we touched everything today because we had permission from the sheriff. But we didn't touch the phones. But I was not in the state when this happened, so. Let's go.
So we're getting pictures of all this, honey.
Mm-hmm.
This man is a freaking monster. And his wife was too.
This one's my daughter's. I want to know what else is up here and in here. I think there's more. There's computers.
Somebody's tablets.
You know.
Well, did you notice the ring?
The ring?
See that ring? The wedding ring right there.
Oh, I thought you were saying camera. God, that would have been great.
This is on video.
Yeah, I'm just getting all the stuff up there.
Well, I mean, I didn't say too much about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but there's a big old machine too.
but it's a weapon. So
And it's
should
in
be
here with all
taken.
this sexual paraphernalia. And then those were right there. They obviously didn't look too hard.
No.
Look, is that another phone or that? What is that? Look, hey, that one's still on. That computer, whatever that tablet thing is. Yeah, it's on.
And not only that,
A syringe
The needles.
and needles.
Hey.
Oh my.
that's cocaine. It's gotta be.
So look.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find.
Hey, OG Fish. They got permission from the sheriff to go in. Welcome in. Hi, Yorkie. Hello to people coming in, and I am, Lavina, thank you guys for coming in and for being here. This is a really difficult case. One of the gentlemen that you heard speaking was Ivy Webster's dad, the guy in the beard, and the distraught horror and pain in his voice. Hi, Lori, welcome in. Is unbelievable. And I can't. Did you guys see that house? Did you see the filth and the disgusting, like,
Did you see the roaches on the?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! It was.
on the floor? And
Yeah.
they said Riley slept on the floor in the bedroom, yet there was no room, no bed. Concerning, very concerning. It is rumored. I will say this. I'm going to scoop Kate on this one because Kate's the one that told me this, but I'm going to scoop her on this. I'm going to tell you this. It is rumored only. Hi, Ava, that Riley was pulled out of school not for texting the boy, but potentially because she tried to report Jesse. Rumor, not fact. We don't know that. But Damn it. I can't imagine. Hi, Zoomer. I can't imagine the nightmare that these people went through on a daily basis. I'm scared what happened to these kids, and I'm scared. I mean, there's loaded needles. Did you see? They were loaded, ready to go. Do you know what my hope is? Can I tell you my hope? My hope is that he drugged the girls. That's my hope. And I don't mean that negatively. I'm looking for anything to soften the blow.
I agree.
I'm not trying to be mean or disrespectful. I'm looking for anything to soften the blow for these kids and for Holly. That's it. No disrespect. I just pray to God. But knowing this selfish pig, I just burn in the fiery pits of hell, dude. Burn in the fiery pits of hell.
And you know what's even more frustrating is if she did report that to the school, that's another thing that could have helped the situation be prevented.
I know.
And nothing happened. But in a nutshell, sorry, I was doing, hold on.
Get away!
In a nutshell, under a post on Facebook, it was like a Fox 23 post talking about the case. A bunch of her friends from school were commenting.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't share. Like, I'm not going to share. Like, I wouldn't share because I think they're probably, I don't know. They might be 18, but they're younger.
There's a chance. I don't know.
I'd have to bleep out all the names, but they were like, let me see. Which one's the first one? All right. I think
did make my day, Wolfie. You always make my day. Thank you.
So this girl said, Riley was my best friend, and she's always been there for me when I felt upset. Can someone please tell me why this has all happened, please? And then another girl said, I just seen this today. I cried for a while. We went to elementary and middle school together. She tried telling the school about this, and they didn't believe her. And then another person said, the girl who commented earlier, I know, and it's so hard because she's been having a hard time, and no one ever cared except for her friends and all of us. They even thought she was lying. Though I watched her cry and seen the fear she had, I just wish they would have helped her and her family a lot sooner. I remember seeing her at the fireworks show in the park and gave her a hug because I missed her so much. She was my first best friend, and I remember her always having my back and promise her to never leave her side, and I'll always have her back. We were like sisters. She was it cut off there. I don't know what's it. And then, hold on. And then someone said, what do you mean she told the school? And it said she told the school about someone in her household about abuse, and nobody listened to her. And then the girl said, so that's probably the real reason he pulled her out of school. She said, yes, probably. She told the school on multiple occasions and called CPS on them. She told me that her parents found out and they would have beat her, that her parents found out and they beat her with belts. She had bruises all over her legs and arms. She couldn't show anyone or to get worse. She would leave school every day in fear. It was so bad. Then someone said, I wasn't aware of the homeschooling. They went to Westville Elementary, 5th, 6th, and 7th. That's how I met Riley. School called CPS, and they pulled them from the school. And then someone said, why would CPS pull it? I think she meant the school called CPS, and then her parents pulled her from the school because they called CPS. And then she said, the girl said, why would CPS pull them from the school? I don't understand that part. And the girl said, I'm sorry, I meant school called CPS, and whoever the kids were with, they pulled the kids out of school. And then and that's it. Sorry, there was like doubles.
Yeah, so that's why I got that information about poor Riley. The DA in this county should be run out of town. Oh, that's a whole nother story. So the the DA has apparently taken full responsibility. I don't know if you saw that video. That's a whole nother video we're going to talk about at some point. But yeah, oh, he's real sorry and he's taken full responsibility, even though he wasn't there and all the excuses. That's what I got for you. How about you do something now? How about you look into it now? How about you do things the right way, which you're not. You're not doing anything the right way. School failed these kids. CPS failed these kids. Law enforcement continues to fail this entire family. They fail the victim's family, everything. It's so bad. Right. Ava, that was my thought. That was absolutely my thought. Preserve the crime scene. The crime scene just isn't where the bodies were found. It's really where the torture took place. And I can't imagine what these... I have horrible thoughts. I am thousands of miles away. I don't know these people. I can't imagine what they're dealing with. I cannot imagine. It's very heartbreaking. Hopefully this happened to changes. I agree. DOC, yes. Everybody. I've never seen a perfect storm come together where everyone has failed.
Yeah, this is the worst one I've seen. I really think
never seen anything like this. Have you? You've not either?
I not this bad. I mean, I've seen lots of instances where, you know, the system has failed, but I don't think this bad. Not this bad.
Well, Wolfie, that's actually a great question. It doesn't sound bad, but preserve for what? Well, in case there were other perpetrators, in case there were other people involved at the time. That's what my thought process is. Or God forbid, even worse, there's more kids involved.
Or if there was photos shared to the internet on devices.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I just mean, who would they hold accountable? Well, that's a tough one. No one's actually going to be held. No one person is held accountable for this. What needs to happen, what I hope will happen, and what I'm praying to God will happen is we can change some laws. Unfortunately, we can't go back and change the way this happened. I wish we could. I really, truly wish we could. I wish these families didn't have to deal with this. Yeah, the computers, the iPads, the phones, they wouldn't know that if it wasn't for Mr. Webster going in the house. I don't know how the family was allowed there. I don't know. The sheriff gave them permission. And my first indication was I had seen a local Oklahoma station cover outside, and they were talking about how they were going in the house and how the family was there. And I was like, what do you mean the family's there? I've never, I'm literally going back in my head going, has there been a case where the family was allowed to go at the crime scene so soon? Usually, from what I remember, someone saying early on, the crime scene was closed for 2 weeks. That's what I thought. I thought the crime scene was going to be closed for 2 weeks, and yet here they are.
I thought so too. But the landlord was saying that he wanted everyone out by Monday, and he made the family come and clear up all the stuff, or he was going to throw it in a dumpster, he said.
You want to talk about that scum-sucking landlord?
Oh, I'm going to.
Oh, right. Oh, by the way, you guys, stick around. I'm not going to make this a long live because Kate's going live right after us. So I want to make sure that everybody goes over to her because she's definitely got some more information that she's shared. I'm sitting on, she's putting out.
He's scuzzy, put it that way.
Well, I mean, just the fact that first of all, I don't know the laws on eviction and things like that after people are deceased. But I would think you would give the family 30 days to bury their children, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah. And look,
before.
I'm not trying to like, say anything. Like I'm not trying to be like accusatory at all, but
I will.
why rush them? Why is there a rush? What's the rush?
I'm not insinuating. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Did you get the report?
Yeah, I did. You could share that if you want.
Yeah, he's so the landlord is quite the gentleman himself. He is convicted of DV. He owns, I think, the trucks on the property there. He owns quite a bit of land around. But yeah, he's remarked on a few photos of young girls that were questionable. So does he have something to hide, I wonder?
Yeah.
Ray?
It's definitely.
Y'all can look up and see who owns and what's going on. That's public information.
Yeah.
I'm not here to dox him, but I'm here to say that you can leave the family alone and you can let them peacefully mourn for a day before they have to get their belongings out. What?
And to tell them that he's going to throw it all in the dumpster when there's clearly like mountains of evidence there. Yeah, I'm only hoping that OSBI forces that place to be forces it to be like not touched because it's a crime scene, and he's legally not allowed to rent, from what I've heard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of his crimes.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah.
So there may be like a loophole or something there,
I'm hoping. I'm really, really, really hoping. Thanks, Crazy. Welcome in. I love you. I miss you. They do find their own kind, Ava. They do. They do. And there is evidence out there. I'm not saying that he is part of this. I'm not saying that he is gross like that, but I'm saying he might be.
Yeah.
He should really watch where he comments and what he comments.
It's something to look into.
Mm-hmm. He's another one to add to the scum-sucking pig bag. Let's see. Anything else? I'm trying to figure out, I'm dancing around some of the subjects. To be fair, I'm just letting you know I'm dancing around some of the subjects because Kate has gotten.
I set it for like a 10:30, so we got plenty of time.
So. Okay. Well, I just want to. Like I said, I don't want to. There's some stuff that you shared with us that I do not want to talk about. I want you to be able to talk about. We can.
Yeah, I don't. There's some stuff I can, and then some stuff that I can't yet. But it's definitely there's a lot of stuff going on for sure.
There is a lot behind the scenes going on. The only thing that we can hope for is that the right people are going to be taking over this case. And that I don't know how justice, what do you think? What does justice look like in this case for you? Because I don't know what that means.
Well, I think for one, they should just do a thorough investigation regardless, even if they don't find anything, to at least try and piece together what happened so that they can tell the parents, I'm sure some wouldn't want to know, but other parents may want to know, what happened to their kid and the details. And if they can, treat it like any other murder case, who cares if he died? There may be other potential victims. Also, I think that every piece of equipment in that house needs to be thoroughly searched to see if he put out pictures of girls. There may be other women, there may what if there's, missing kids that could be connected to this, or you never know, you know what I mean? And I'm sure there's DNA and evidence all over that place.
God.
From the way that it looks. I mean, who knows what you would find? And I just think Do you have the video? I'll send it to you of how they talked to Ivy's dad. Oh my goodness, that had me.
Oh, I think it. Well, if you send it to me, I'll just play it from there. But yeah, trace down other perverts who are exchanging photos. That's my hope. High risk.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. They are such dumbasses. You're right. Look, he had video of editing equipment set up. There may be accomplices somewhere. I agree. And people, God, it grosses me out, but people pay for this. So I'm wondering if that was his job, because I'm just not buying the market, like he was in marketing. No, I don't think so.
I can put it in the back chat, right?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Oh, I see it. Okay, cool. Let me remove this. Add this. Yeah, this was the other one this is rough. Oopsie, hold on one sec. Like I said, we are not bashing the victims here. We are advocates of the victims, all of the victims. Hey, Grandma Sherry. Oh, you're modding alive. Okay. Well, thank you for coming in and saying hi. I appreciate you. I know there's a lot of people live right now. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Let me share this one.
I have a range of emotions. I'm distressed that the families had to experience that horror and then had to encourage the police to please come back, investigate, and actually take this evidence. But even more so, I think I am concerned about potential other victims that may have been raped or murdered in that home. And it doesn't seem like that is an issue.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. And my first thought was like these poor parents with everything they've gone through, losing their daughter, now like touring the crime scene, this untouched crime scene where these hellish activities clearly happen. So, I mean, my heart just goes out to them. I can't imagine what they're going through. But what you mentioned, I mean, there's two other things that stand out to me. Number one, could there be other victims? Could there be child pornography victims on those computers? Why would
that was on the kitchen floor?
Computers and go through them. There could be other victims out there. Why would they just leave the computers there? And then number two, this sick pedophile, twisted pervert. How do we know he didn't have other men over to this sex den? I mean, clearly they had the shackles. This is a place that was set up and had been there for a while, it appears. How do we know there aren't other men involved in other things that happened there in the past? And why wouldn't police want to go through that entire house from top to bottom, fingerprints, looking for everything? I mean, yes, he might be dead, but could there be other people out there that did awful, awful things in that house?
Or missing women, missing children whose DNA may be on that mattress, maybe everywhere throughout that house, maybe on the restraints or
the
in
RV.
The needle. There could be a trove of evidence of potential unsolved crimes there. The other thing that was disturbing, I don't know if you noticed it, but on the wall there was like a crossword puzzle of all the family members' names, including Jesse's and Holly's, his wife, and then the children, Riley, Michael, and Tiffany. And it seemed as though it was a family home, but then it was just mixed in with this horrible sex dungeon business, which also leads you to wonder if Holly did know, because those parents questioned whether Holly knew something about this. And then there was that wedding ring sitting out there in the open, right next to the needles.
I mean, how could you not know? I mean, the shackles and the chains that were drilled into the floor next to the
All right, I got to pause this for 1 second, because we're not going to talk about how blame should be placed on Holly. We're going to talk about the fact that Holly was potentially a victim, and we don't know what her role is here. my opinion, based on the initial release of the autopsy, is that she probably, welcome back, Wheel Boss Man. She probably received most of the abuse, as she was shot 3 times in the head. Her kids were all shot twice.
You know
And
what I
then-
found? Yeah, I was just gonna say I found that really strange that the friends were shot once, the
Mhm.
kids were shot twice, and she was shot 3 times. But it was like weird, like it was like an order. You know
I
what
know.
I mean? Like
Yeah.
the friends, each of them got 1, and all the kids all got 2. It's like, why did he do it that way? It's strange.
It was very strange. It was very strange. Hey, welcome back, Grandma Sherry.
Like it felt like it was done on purpose, like that. You know what I mean? Like
That's what I thought too. He had done this before. Evidence will prove if Ellie decides to actually, I can't believe that they didn't seal this crime scene. I can't believe it.
well, I know the family like didn't really touch anything, so I'm sure they could still run like the sex toys and things like that for evidence.
Well,
I
certainly
know
the computers and the phones, right?
Yeah, and like, you know, like they had like a lot. There was a lot of like, there was like a big like red, you know, whatever you could look at. Like, there was all kinds
The
of stuff in there.
machete? The machete next to the
I
bed?
forgot it. Yeah, a machete next to the bed. Hey, Grandma Sherry, a machete, like a double-ended red dildo.
Yep.
Like collars, lube, chains, locks. I mean, it was.
They were treated
Obviously,
like,
it was overrun with roaches. I mean, that sticky trap was covered in roaches.
Mhm.
Like what? The mattresses were on the floor, and you could hear in the one video. Oh, I don't know if you played that one. Hold on.
I didn't play it. I'm going to finish playing it right now.
I'm going to give you another one though.
Okay. Do you want me to finish playing this one, or do you want me to play the other one?
Yeah. You can play that one.
Okay.
One room, and then I think I saw chains drilled into the floor in the kitchen even. I mean, it's hard to imagine you wouldn't know what was going on in there unless this was all just set up recently and she hadn't seen it before. But it certainly, based on the video, looks like it's been there for a while.
It certainly does. Brian, don't go anywhere. There is a moment on these tapes that just is soul crushing, because while standing in the middle of all of these horrors where their girls potentially were drugged, raped, and died, just feet from the wall restraints and the drugged syringes, Ivy Webster's dad is so irate that police left all this evidence behind. He just lets the officer on scene have it.
Give it to him.
What would this accomplish?
I'm a grieving parent that my daughter got raped and murdered, and you're telling me right now that I don't have a right to know what happened?
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation.
The argument was actually a little longer than that. And he kept saying, well, like, I don't know what you expect from this. He's dead. Like, what do you want to accomplish? And then the dad just started yelling at him, like, are you kidding me? Like, what do you mean? What do you want to accomplish? I want to know what happened. You know what I mean? Like, he wants answers. And what if there's other victims? Like, why are they acting like it's like, you know, no big deal? Like, what
everything's done. We're all taken care of. No one needs to know. Like, no.
Oh, and wait, I sent you another video, and then I have a post that you could show too. I thought was. It's in back chat.
I got that. Do you want me to show the video or read the article, or both?
Show the video. It's just like a different. It's a different aspect of like the house tour. You know what I mean? Like it.
Got it. Okay, it's loading. It's taking a second because, you know, I'm in a metropolis that apparently everyone's using the internet right now. Let's do. Sorry, guys. Where's my sound? Oh, good gravy. Sorry, guys. The sound is not coming up. Give me one sec.
So at one point they say in this video, you can see that they mentioned something about the bed sheets, that the bed sheets were
The pattern.
The pattern was Tiffany's bed sheets. So they think that was Tiffany's bed, and that was the one right by the restraints or whatever.
Yeah.
First, though, some major new developments in the tragic murder of 6 people in Okmulgee County. Authorities say registered sex offender and convicted rapist Jesse McFadden shot and killed his wife, 3 stepchildren, and 2 of their kids' friends. The family of one of the victims is just outraged tonight that investigators appear to have left critical evidence at the crime scene. 2 News Oklahoma anchor Erin Christie is live outside Henryetta right now with the very latest for us. Erin?
Karen, the attorney for Ivy Webster, was shocked to see what he calls a house of horrors. Inside this house, restraints on the walls, sex toys, drug paraphernalia. But most shocking, left behind by investigators, computers and cell phones. These are the computers. This video, taken by victim Ivy Webster's grandmother, shows several computers and cell phones still inside the house. 2 News has chosen not to show the whole tour or more sexual content out of privacy, and also for victims' family members like Lynn Wyatt, Holly Guess's aunt.
We're coming to get their personal belongings, some things that Jan needs. She can't do it.
She was the one who sent me this
but she
article.
wanted
So
people that knew Holly and the kids.
Jan Mayo is Holly Guess's mother, who never saw the living conditions before the video ran on social media.
It's devastated Jan.
Well, it was also disturbing in that Jan was not told that that was getting ready to be aired in any way, shape, size, or form.
We told the family we would air clips of left computers and evidence and kitchen locks on the counter. Now family members of several victims are demanding answers they feel right now they will never get on why this blatant evidence was left behind. Today, Lynn found multiple medical records and journals of the kids. On Wednesday, Police Chief Joe Prentice said there was no witnesses, so there was no evidence.
Again, I follow the evidence, and I don't have any evidence to indicate what the actual motive was. And I'm going to be honest with you folks.
What do you mean?
Normal people that understand care, love, compassion wouldn't understand if I could come up with it anyway.
Why didn't you get his technology to make sure he wasn't sending videos or pictures? You left the evidence, Mr. I'm all about the evidence.
Lynn and Holly's godmother, Kathy, are worried not only for this murder case, but that it could be devastating this evidence wasn't seized to help prosecute pedophiles all across the dark web. So just about an hour ago, Ivy Webster's family showed up in addition to Holly's family. They were upset. There was a lot of confusion. Is this still a crime scene? Are investigators going to come back? So the sheriff's office came out and did confirm they've released this house back to the landlord, and the landlord has given them 2 days, and he's going to take everything to the dumpster. So they're taking those belongings. We've been trying to get an update on the investigation from the OSBI, who referred us to the police chief. The police chief referred us to the district attorney. I called the district attorney. They didn't call back, but we got a statement just about 20 minutes ago. It's very generic in nature. I believe they're going to put that up on the screen. Overall, giving thoughts and prayers to the families and confirming they are investigating. Reporting live outside Henryetta, Erin Christie, 2 News Oklahoma.
First, though, some major...
Wow. How about that, law enforcement? How about that? Mr. I follow the evidence. I liked you.
I follow evidence, right?
I liked him.
You wouldn't believe how many children have gone missing close to that area in the past 6 months. Like, you never know. You know what I mean? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 children that I see right now, and 9 of them are girls.
How old? From that same area?
Close. Faith Carter, she's 13, from Norman, Oklahoma. Winter White, El Reno, Oklahoma, 16. Persia Blue, 16 from Oklahoma City. Sydney Harjo from Ada, Oklahoma, 15. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 14. Destiny Parrott. Zachariah Hammond, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 15. Ronnie Marshall. McAllister, which I think is really close
there.
to there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the other
13-year-old 13-year-old Ronnie Marshall and it's a girl from McAllister, Oklahoma, 13, and Micah McPherson, 16 from Norman, Oklahoma. And then there's a Caitlin Thomas from Sapulpa, Oklahoma, 16. I don't know how old they are.
We'll have to map them out and see how far away those are. And the fact that they're just in Oklahoma and this predator is here. Like, common sense tells me we need to look into it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm not a cop. I don't even play one on TV. I'm not a cop. But I feel like, Wolfie was asking who can be held responsible. Those that failed can be held responsible. And I don't know what that means. I'm not suggesting money. I don't know what justice means for these
holding all the systems that failed accountable for it. It should have never taken that long for a court case to go through. They should have never put them out on bond. Whoever made these decisions needs to be in trouble. And
laws need to be changed.
Yeah, laws need to be changed about sex offenders. The police for not doing a thorough investigation and treating it like it was no big deal.
Children. I mean,
if it does come out that more stuff came from this, they're going to be in big trouble.
Good. And I do
acting like
Risk had said something about the FBI, and I was like, yeah, I think the FBI should be involved looking at this, because I'm sure that things traveled over state lines. I'm sure there's internet crimes. Let's be real. Hi, Brandy. Thanks for coming in. I think the DA is dirty. We should speak to the officers in the jurisdiction. I think you got to go to the Attorney General. I think this is a case for the Attorney General. I don't think it's for the DA. I think the DA, I think they're underwhelmed. And I think that it needs to go, it needs to start at the Attorney General's office and go from there. That's my opinion. And that's where I think, I'm going to be writing letters. That's where I'm going to start looking. The emails are going out. And the investigation should begin and go from there. Start there. Investigate the people who are not investigating. How about that? That?
It's unreal.
Sorry, guys. Water break.
I've also heard, and I don't know where it stemmed from, that he may have had like a storage unit, but I don't know. I can't confirm that, and I guess we'll find out.
Do you know by any chance, before I read Julie's comment, do you know by any chance they were seen in Henryetta proper on Saturday night? Do we know where? Who was?
Brahms. Somebody saw them at an ice cream place called Brahms. That's what I was told. And that he was with 3 girls and that he was all over Brittany.
Oh, Lord.
Like hugging her and being like really
disgusting.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's video from the store. Hi, Sarah. Welcome in.
I was curious if Brittany was actually the friend of Ivy and Tiffany, or if she was like somebody maybe offered like a job at the farm or something like that. I'm curious
what her relationship is.
Yeah, like where she came into it.
Yeah. Because she's, I don't want to say she's an outsider to the group, but Ivy was really the best friend, right? She lived down the street, and I mean, she lived.
I believe
literally
she may have even been dating
Michael. Oh, honest to God. Yes, please hit the thumbs up.
I also, a couple of people actually contacted me saying that their children were invited over that night and they didn't go.
Thank God. And I'm sorry.
Or that they've hung out with them before, you know, and
my question was to the kids. Were the chains new? Were they always there?
I'm not really sure. I know there was like a bag with like locks and hooks in it, but I don't know if it was like new or like just bought.
Yeah, we don't know.
But it sounds like it wasn't, because the girl reported CPS and was pulled out of school. I mean, I feel like this was probably going on for a while.
I agree. The other thing that answers some questions for me, terrifies me, but answers some questions potentially, is if people were chained up and other people were. I know that some of the bodies were staged. I don't know if all of the bodies were staged, but I know some of the bodies were staged. But if they were chained, I was trying to figure out how you keep 6 people from running away. And I think the chains explain that.
Yeah, that was a big question for me too. Like, did you chain everybody up and then bring one person out at a time?
That's what I wondered
or
too.
what, you know?
Because I saw the hooks in the wall. What was there? 4 hooks in the wall for the bed and a couple in the kitchen. So I don't know.
Private chat, I sent you the link to Lynn's Facebook. Read that last post that she made, like the most recent post.
Okay, give me one. He planned this. He texted the victim. Oh, this was well planned. Not in a good way, but it was planned. Yes. Give me 1 second. I'm checking something really quick with my shitty ass internet. Like I said, we are not monetizing this live tonight. But I will be posting in the description the GoFundMes for the families. So if you'd like to donate to them, that would be. How did you get in here? That would be amazing. If you want to, where were they shot? Outside. They were all shot outside. The Brittany, Ivy,
very far from the house.
Tiffany were like a quarter mile away. Hang on, I gotta toss him out the door. You go hang out with your friends. Oh, sorry. Brittany, Ivy, and Riley were shot at the creek, which was about a quarter of a mile away. The others were kind of lined up, and I think those were the bodies that were staged. Those were the family. That was Tiffany, Michael, and Holly, right? But were found there. And then where was he? He was found elsewhere. I don't know how the DA can look anybody. I don't know how the DA can look. I know. Let me look at, I want to go look at this. Okay, good. That's done. Facebook. I'm actually friends with Lynn on Facebook now. She's been kind enough to accept our friend request.
Yeah, she explains all the
hang on, I'm going right this second. God, I don't think my internet could move any slower tonight. I really don't.
Yeah, mine gets like that from time to time.
I'm sorry, you guys. There we go. So it's still loading. There we go. Do you want me to read yesterday's 14 hours ago?
The really long one that was like the latest one she posts. Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to actually show it because I don't want to dox her, but I'll read it. It says, yesterday was the hardest day of my life. my dear brother and sister-in-law was told they had 3 days to remove all the belongings from the house of their murdered daughter and their 3 murdered grandchildren. They couldn't do it, so I did it for them with the help of Holly's godmother. Oh, God bless them. Nothing could have ever prepared me for what I walked into. I literally was stopped in my tracks because I felt the evil and the darkness around me and began to pray to God to provide me the strength to do this. I knew he was there with me. I didn't think I had the strength to do this. Wait. I don't have the words to express what I witnessed, but I want the world to know. I can't change what happened and I can't bring Holly and the kids back, but I hope and pray there's a way that I can spread awareness to what I experienced and hope it helps future victims. Never in my life have I not trusted police or not felt safe and secure in the presence of police officers. That changed yesterday. Oh, God. Ooh. Look at the hair. Just, ugh. I don't know if I will ever have faith in the police again. They failed Holly and the kids and my entire family. I found a tremendous amount of evidence in the house that the police searched several times after they released the house twice.
So they released it and had to go back, then released it again, and then she found more evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they didn't even look.
How could this be? That house is very small. No person on earth should have witnessed what I did. When I turned the evidence over to the police, they weren't grateful. Nope. They were somewhat bothered, let's just say. I found the additional 5 cell phones. After the 5, they were called back the day before to come get. I don't understand how that house wasn't sealed and every inch searched for evidence to help us learn how sick perverted men like Jesse McFadden think and operate. The opportunity missed here could affect thousands of future children. Amen. Oh God, this is in a time and age when sex trafficking is at an all-time high. You would think law enforcement would take every opportunity to learn everything they can to protect our children. Law enforcement here in Henryetta, Oklahoma have failed the victims and future victims. Yesterday, I realized that the Okmulgee office officials don't care. It feels like they knew they were in over their heads and just walked away instead of reaching out to experts. And by doing so, they dishonored those murder victims and their families. I'm not sure how I can do it, but I feel God is leading me. And somehow I'm going to let the world know what I witnessed and the failure of the sheriff's office here, Henryetta, Oklahoma, sheriff's office. The opportunity was missed here so great, and the world needs to know so it never happens again. I ask you all to continue to pray for the families who have been devastated by this tragedy. And I ask you all to pray for me that God will provide the platform and a way for me to share this information in a way that saves children in the future. The amount of pressure I'm carrying on my shoulders with the information I have is nothing I have ever known. And when I share it, I want justice for those 6 beautiful victims that were murdered in that house. Thank you. And it is a picture, and the picture says, "But blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him."
Yeah, that had me like, oh man, this is rough. Like, can you imagine just feeling like,
No.
nobody.
I can't imagine, first of all, that house has to be a whole experience. It has to be sights and smells, and I mean, it has to be a full body experience when you go in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't shake that. You can't shower enough to get that off.
I don't even like. I don't
The fact
know what I would. I wouldn't. I don't know if I would be able to go in there if I were one of the parents of one of those kids and seen that stuff. I would probably puke. I would be so overwhelmed. I'd probably puke.
I agree. I probably would too. You're right.
Yeah.
I can't wrap my head around this either, Grandma Sherry. I can't.
It's hard.
I don't. I think there's yes, Wheel. I think there's a great chance that there's more victims. I think there's a very good chance, which is disgusting. Because if it hadn't been for this lovely woman here and Mr. and Mrs. Webster, God knows.
Exactly.
God only knows. These people were the ones that went in and searched the house.
Yeah.
The police didn't do it. I mean, they claim they did. But you can't tell me that you saw these people found iPads right out in the open. Right out in the open. Drug paraphernalia right out in the open. Everything's right there. Why not take
computers? I mean, the sex stuff was out on tables right out. I mean, the chain's still on the walls. The bed, like it wasn't hidden. You know what I mean? Why were those chains not taken for evidence? Why were the sex toys not taken for evidence? Why was none of this taken for evidence and sealed and put away? I mean, now, there's definitely some stuff I'm sure they didn't touch, but still, like it should have
like she said, her faith is shaken in the police, and I would be like, how do you trust them? So now you're handing over the information for what?
And I don't know that even after I seen the video of the way he talked to Ivy's dad, it was like there was that man. Even if you're gonna tell him like, hey, there's nothing I can do, say it with like a little more compassion. He just said it so rude too. Like, well, what do you expect to come out from this? Like, how did I find out about this? Well, these two girls were missing, and I latched on to the case because the girls were missing, and I was following it, and then they end up finding the girls along with 7 other bodies, and then as I was talking about it, Holly's Aunt Lynn came into my chat and just started telling me everything. Like, so I invited her up, and then it's just kind of gone from there.
She's been kind enough to give a lot of information to Kate, and Kate's been kind enough to share it, but we won't share the information that Kate gives to us. That's for her to share on her channel. What we're doing is piecing it together with other evidence, and obviously we'll do what we do here and give that to the timelines and information and things like that. We'll do our research and give it to the family to do with whatever they need to do. But
like I really want to look into like each and every one of these children who went missing too, so close to the area. Like, who knows?
We don't know. And I mean, this is freaking a farm in Oklahoma. This could be I know it is a small speck, a drop in the bucket, but we don't know what else was going on there. That was some messed up stuff in that house. Weapons, drugs, sex. I mean, that is Satan's den right there. And I mean, walking in the door and having to pray away your fear immediately, I think that already speaks volumes to me. It already speaks volumes. We have I have a timeline started. I know LFT started one as well. But she's a little bit under the weather right now. So it is horrific. It is horrific. What I'm asking everyone to do is pray. Pray for the victims' families. Pray for the victims. pray that law enforcement gets their head out of their ass on this one. This is a big one. Of course you may. Of course you may. Butterfly kisses, of course. We pray that law enforcement gets their head out of their ass and that something can be done. And God forbid there's more victims. I'm
hopeful that OSBI is there. Like, I'm hopeful that
I am too.
You know, things they'll actually take it seriously, and it sounds like they may, because they have said they're completely taking it over. So,
like I said,
yeah.
I don't know what justice looks like for these families, but something besides what's happening, something.
Yeah.
But I'm going to cut this because I want Kate to be able to have a couple minutes before she shoots over to her live. And we're all going to go over there and support her and hear what she has to deliver. She's got some things that she has been keeping under her hat that she's going to talk about or not talk about. I don't know.
Well, the landlord stuff I'm going to talk about. The family wants.
Yeah.
Well, they want to be anonymous, but they also want to like put some stuff out there because, you know,
Well,
you never
I think
know.
it's important. And I'm actually going to screenshot Holly's aunt's message, and we're going to put this out as a community post because she's asking, and I'm going to share it on Facebook too. She's asking for people and for help here. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to help and do whatever we can and whatever she needs. Whatever she wants, basically, whatever any of the family wants, we're here for it. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you, Kate, for coming up and helping me out. I really appreciate it. And for keeping us in the loop with all the information. I think she's going live around 10:30, right?
Yeah, 10:30.
Okay, there you go.
Like 10 minutes.
Yeah. I just want to give her a couple minutes to do what she has to do. But I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. And LFT, if you're watching, I hope you feel better. Sorry, I was getting a message right that second. I hope you feel better. We miss you. Kate's live is set for 10:30. Everybody get your beverage, run to the bathroom, and then run to Kate's and go hang out over there for the rest of the night. And like I said, I'm going to be putting links in the description. If you want to donate, please donate to the families. I would appreciate it.
Yes. They have to pay for four funerals.
$150,000. Yeah. So I'm kindly asking if you'd like to donate. If you have a couple bucks to donate it to the families, and I'll put the links in the description below. But thank you guys for being here tonight. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and everybody shoot over to Kate's. Take care, you guys.
See ya.
Thanks, Kate.